Benny. How are you
Hello.
doing?
I am well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Super excited to dive into some agentic video prospecting.
Excellent. Should I steal the share? Oh wait, was that just
Y-
the background of this Zoom meeting? Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Um, Sorry, I'm just going to. Thank you. Also, hello everybody. Hope you're all having a great day here so far. So great to have you all. My name is Vinny, and I am on the solutions consulting team here at Vidyard. And I'm incredibly excited to be able to walk you through some of our latest innovations and show you exactly how we're helping sales teams scale their outreach, improve engagement, and ultimately close more deals. Before we do that, though, it's probably pretty important to talk about a quick elephant in the room, which I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with already, but it's this one about how selling today is much harder than it has been in a very long time, maybe even ever. And there's all sorts of different signs we're seeing with respect to this. Things like, say, more than two-thirds of reps no longer hitting quota anymore. And ultimately, there's this crazy recognition that the sales landscape has shifted dramatically. And so, why is this? It's probably something we need to ask ourselves. And there's probably a wide range of reasons to why this is happening, but some of them include things like, say, budgets being tighter than ever before, buyers are harder to reach, and even in those situations where your reps are getting decision makers on the line, making sure they're saying the right things at the right time in ways that actually resonate is quite challenging. And so as a result, we're seeing some not so great outcomes. Things like, say, for example, less confidence in teams hitting their targets, outreach again getting lost in the noise, or deal cycles taking longer than before. And I'm supposed to ask if that sounds familiar, but I know it does. I figure I'm probably preaching to the choir here in many respects. And it's pretty fair to say that there's an expectation out there that buyers expect engagement to be personal, relevant, and valuable, despite all these challenges that are being faced here. And this is where Vidyard comes in. For those of you that aren't as familiar, Vidyard is a B2B video platform built for go-to-market teams and sellers and marketers to break through the noise. For sellers, we provide a really great product to create and send scalable, personalized video messages in seconds in ways that actually get responses. And for marketers, we have a powerful tool to allow you to host, track, and ultimately optimize your video content in such a way that generates and qualifies leads. Again, there's all sorts of solutions we have to address these. Here are just a couple that we have listed that we'll take a quick look at here today. And I think maybe the best way to take a look and maybe understand how we can do this for you is to dive right in. So let's do that. Now, for those of you that aren't, again, using video as part of your outreach strategy today, it's definitely something that you'd want to consider. I think hopefully by the end of my 15 minutes that you're able to get to that point, particularly when leveraging AI and these agentic experiences. There's a recognition required to realize that it's a new step for some people. And so we try to make it super easy for folks to record videos, even just using their real self, which we'll start with before diving into the AI side of things. And so through our free Chrome extension, we can allow folks to record videos super easily in all sorts of different styles, as you see here. You can move yourself around, resize yourself as you see fit. You have access to teleprompters, script generators, all these different things, such that you could, again, just record videos in seconds here. Once videos are generated or created rather, you're able to then pop them directly into your outreach. Here I'm in Outlook, for example. We have a plugin within. Gmail is the same. Also, other platforms like CRMs and marketing automation platforms, we also have these types of plugins with. But all you got to do is just simply select videos, pop them right in. You'll see here that we're able to embed them directly in without actually attaching the video in here. So we're keeping email sizes small. We're not triggering spam filters. And you're also able to see we're able to create these automatic, thumbnails or these eye-catching thumbnails to allow folks to dive right in. And why this matters and having a face in there is particularly effective due to the fact that we know that video-based emails are 8 times more likely to get replies than their text-based counterparts, which is a pretty intuitive idea. Like it's a pretty crazy metric, but a very intuitive idea due to the fact that we're social creatures. I mean, it's all on a spectrum, sure. Some people are more than others, but we are still social creatures one way or another. And people like to hear from people ultimately, especially over paragraphs, especially in a business context. And it's not just us saying it. Opt-in Monster called out the fact that sales teams that use video tend to generate 66% more qualified leads per year versus those that do not. So definitely something you want to be leveraging, and you don't want to be left behind by not including video as part of your outreach if you're experiencing those issues we saw beforehand. But that being said, we recognize that not everybody's always able to create videos all the time. There are a wide range of reasons for this. Maybe people are camera shy, you're not in an environment that's very conducive to creating video. And so, about a year ago, we introduced something that I think will tie into today's conversation quite well. We introduced something that was an industry first concept, which is this idea of an AI avatar, which was a hyper realistic solution for scaling go to market productivity. And we did this a year ago, so our models have improved quite tremendously since and continue to do so. But here are three examples of my avatars, as you can see here, and then there's all sorts of stock ones that we provide, but lots of variety with respect to how we get to this point. And to get to this point, all we really need to do is just provide us a 90-second training video to give us a sense of what you look like, what you sound like, what are your mannerisms when you speak, etc., etc. And then once we get an avatar created, we're able to simply feed it a script. So I'll select a style of avatar here, feed it a script using all those same tools we saw earlier, like a script generator or templated scripts, anything like that. And then I should also note too that even if you're not, your avatar is multilingual. So there's a lot of really cool functions you can leverage here and a lot of great global unlocks that you can leverage to then just like that generate a video again without having to actually get in front of a camera yourself. And so this kind of changed everything for a lot of teams where now reps are able to leverage a lot of the benefits of personalized videos. They're able to send these hyper personalized videos to every new lead, follow up, every closed won deal. Handoffs are made that much easier due to the fact that people that weren't as comfortable getting in front of cameras are now able to leverage the power of personalized video in this way. Now, you may be wondering, how do we do this at scale though? Well, great question. Imagine, let's say, a situation where you've attended a whole bunch of different conferences or events, and now you want to follow up with all those different great leads that you collected from there. It doesn't really make sense to create 100 different videos individually, as we just saw there through that individual flow. And so instead, what we have here within Vidyard is this concept of a campaign where we're able to essentially create templates of what we want somebody to say based upon certain fields or just use cases that we have, where we can then incorporate different fields coming in from anywhere that we'd like. We'll first see a flow with a CSV file first, but you'll see here once we set these all up, we could then save that. And then upload a CSV file where we could then do a quick little column match to get all sorts of details about who these people are that we want to reach out to. We then take these details and merge them right into the scripts that we created beforehand. And just like that, now create, 10, 50, 100 videos at once. That once created, what we're then able to do is not necessarily do what we saw earlier. And like, say, for example, coming into Outlook and create now 100 different emails to send out to 100 different people. Instead, what we're able to do is come right in here and we're able to now generate a singular link for our distribution platform of choice. Let's just say we're saying this is part of a Salesforce campaign, but again, there's a whole range of solutions that we support here where I'm not going to open up Salesforce, but within a campaign or manage a cadence step or in other platforms, you just paste that link right into that particular message. And you'll see here, we have a merge field incorporated right within the link of the video that will automatically plug in the right the right email for the right recipient so that all you have to do as a rep is generate those videos, plug them directly into an email template or a cadence step, and then your recipients are all able to receive personalized videos that address them by name. They click into it, they'll be brought to a page that looks like this, except branded for your organization, your headers, your footers, things like this, where again, they're receiving personalized messages. So it's addressed them by name, as mentioned. The message is tailored to their needs. The communication feels that much more relevant and engaging because it's based upon the things that they care about. And from a rep perspective, you're streamlining the distribution of all of these to, again, 100 people with a single link. You're saving time in the video generation side of things, all the while ensuring that every recipient feels valued along the way. And so I think this is a good point to maybe just take a quick pause to maybe see what the output of one of these sound like and what it looks like. And then we shall continue from there.
Hey, Sean, this is Benny from ABC Sales Co. It was so great getting to meet you at Dreamforce. I know you chatted about wanting to improve Murata Technologies' sales efforts. Forward to it.
So kind of get the idea, kind of skipped ahead there just in the interest of time. And here we have a call to action at the end. But yeah, all sorts of really great use cases for this, whether it be event follow-ups, as we just saw, event invites, product announcements, renewal reminders, seasonal promotions. There's all sorts of really crazy things you could do with this. And I think this is a great example of personalization at scale. But if I may, perhaps channel my inner Billy Mays for a second, I have to say that, but wait, there's more. Yet another layer to scaling outreach, which is one where we don't just want to personalize outreach at scale, but now we want to automate it. And this is now where the whole agentic experience really is able to be leveraged here. And this is where Vidyard's video sales agent comes in. Now, what Video Sales Agent or VSA is essentially a tool that automates the creation and delivery of personalized videos triggered by specific actions in your CRM, your marketing automation platform, sales engagement platform, or otherwise, that allows us to then create videos and then send them out to folks based upon whatever is relevant based upon that trigger. And so here's just a demo flow we're going to go through, but do bear in mind that in this particular case, the trigger is somebody filling out a web form, but the trigger could be anything, right? It could be a trigger like somebody's on your pricing page for more than a minute, or somebody's been added to a campaign or a cadence, or maybe it's a stage change. Really, any sort of trigger that you'd like to have a personalized video be created and sent out to somebody for, you're able to accommodate using Video Sales Agent. So in this particular flow, somebody might be browsing their site. In this case, it's Vidyard site. They like what they see. They fill out the form. They book time with us. And what this traditionally does for a lot of our customers is that it'll send a task to whoever this deal has now been assigned to reach out to Sean in this case and follow up with him, introduce themselves, and kind of warm themselves up before that meeting actually takes place. But we know that to be a relatively time-consuming process, though effective. But with Vidyard's Video Sales Agent, what we're able to do is based upon a script similar to what we saw earlier over here, where we could have, let's say like a prospect re-engage script, for example. You have all these scripts and all that already built out. Based upon this, what we're able to then do is then generate videos automatically embedded within a template that makes sense and then sent out directly to, in this case, it's Sean's inbox. In this case, it's me in my car saying something like, hey, sorry, just stepped out, but looking forward to chatting with you. I'm able to do this without having to get in front of a camera. Sean's able to receive this directly to his inbox. And by seeing my face, hearing my voice, and, just generally getting to be introduced to me, Sean's able to feel this level of sense and trust and connection with me that he wouldn't otherwise have without being able to see me. And buyers love this, right? According to Salesforce, 84% of buyers say that being treated like a person and establishing that human connection is critical to winning their business. And so it comes to no surprise that when sales teams start to use video as part of their outreach and personalize it, they tend to see things like 5 times higher open rates and 8 times higher reply rates, as mentioned earlier. And the coolest thing about this too is that Vidyard's Video Sales Agent integrates seamlessly into your existing tech stack. So whether you're using platforms like SalesLoft, HubSpot, Salesforce, Marketo, and others, we fit right in. And so for sales or marketing leaders, this one-time setup enables your entire team to be able to trigger personalized videos automatically, ensuring the right message is always being sent to the right person at the right time, while also then scaling your video outreach effortlessly. And so ultimately, by setting up these workflows for your team, you empower every rep to deliver the type of top performer experiences that drive results effortlessly. And I should be clear, this has probably been said over the course of today's webinar in general, but this isn't about replacing sellers with bots. It's really about augmenting sellers and allowing them to connect with all the different customers throughout the sales cycle much more effortlessly. And it's really about allowing technology to do the heavy lifting for us so that sales reps could focus on what matters, like say building, well, I shouldn't say what matters, but focusing on other high value activities like building customer trust and moving deals over the finish line. And so, small engagements like what we've seen here today, ultimately really help strengthen sales reps' relationships with their prospects, positioning them as a trusted advisor, keeping accounts top of mind, all without having to necessarily spend all the tedious hours on the manual outreach side of things. And so while Vidyard's Video Sales Agent automates a lot of that work at the top of funnel, other things like campaigns or single link send help us, create those tailored experiences a little bit further down the sales cycle or further down the funnel, and then regular messages does the same. And together, all these tools ultimately help sales teams deliver consistent, high value experiences that strengthen relationships and drive results. And this is just the beginning, right? Sales teams ultimately need to beat buyers' expectations, and we're able to do this, especially when leveraging AI to scale personalized outreach with hyper-realistic AI-generated videos, automating video messages so sellers can focus on closing more deals, as well as by delivering more engagement, higher response rates, and shorter deal cycles. And so the best way to really see the impact of this, I would say, is just to try it yourself, right? So if this, is interesting or has piqued your interest in any way, or if you'd like to explore a little bit more as to how leveraging video and leveraging AI and these agentic experiences all together, how this could perhaps help your team, really looking forward to chatting with y'all. Get in touch with us, and I look forward to those conversations that take place. Thank you again for your time as well.
Super productive. Thank you so much, Benny. Love the product, and welcome, Kevin White.